Welcome back, guys. Obviously, I'm not at my usual location. I told you guys I was going to travel this week. Take a look at where I am. Look at that waterfall. Look at how beautiful that is. Can you guys guess where I am? Anyways, let's talk a little bit about what's been happening with Bitcoin and crypto since my video yesterday morning. I know by the time you guys watch this, it's going to be nighttime. But really, quite simply, nothing. It's just market jitters, right? I told you guys that this week there's a couple big events. One is the FOMC meeting, which is coming up, and then two, there's another. I forgot what the second thing is. Oh, the ETF conversion. That's later, but what's coming up is that FOMC meeting, and that's what it is right now. Just jitters before it. Virtually right now, there is zero chance that we are going to get a rate cut. Okay, we just have to accept that. It's like 1 in 1,000 that we're going to get a rate cut, but everyone is waiting to see what Powell says. Is he going to be dovish in his language? Maybe he's like, okay, after this one, we are ready to cut. We still on track for the 2, and maybe we will even up it to 3, right? I think that's what people are waiting for. I think that some of the jitters come from maybe Powell is going to put his foot down and say, no, I'm not doing anything. We need more clarity. Although on the trade front, we've been making a lot of moves. I told you guys how bullish that EU deal was. I mean, it's really one-sided. It was really good for US. Same thing with Japan and UK and Vietnam and all those. The only thing left is China. We have kind of like a stalemate with China. We have like a light agreement, but we're waiting for like a final agreement with China. But I think China's going to cave just like all the other countries because they have to. Bottom line is every single country, what major country around the world, their trading partners, they're all caving. I think China's going to do the same. So I think the two things that people are worried about is one, FOMC meeting, whether or not Powell's going to cave. Maybe he flips even and turns hawkish for some reason. I don't think so. As the markets move forward every single week, there seems to be less and less jitters about trade war and tariffs causing inflation. So I think Powell's not going to give any surprises and say, well, you know, and turn hawkish. But I think the leading up to it, we always have some pre-market jitters, okay? And then this trade deal with China, I think people are waiting for some kind of results, but, you know, it's going to come. Sooner or later, August 1st is the deadline. I think Ludnick said that maybe China will get extended, but for everyone else, pretty much, this is the last week to get something done. Outside of that, there's really nothing else. You know, a lot of liquidations. Right now, the market makers are really, really, really good at just wiping out leverage, right? Bitcoin is still solid, bouncing between 119, 117. This morning, it bounced at 117. Now it's back to 118. So Bitcoin's not doing a whole lot. But the alts, man, they came down quite a lot from last week, or from a few days ago. But I have a feeling it's going to bounce right back up. The market makers right now are just really, really good at clearing out liquidity. All the levels, they're just good at it, right? So unfortunately, you know, it makes it a little bit more difficult to trade. Some of you guys, you know, may be worried or down on your longs. But overall, if you're a spot trader, you're a spot holder basically, and you're just decent at holding, you have zero worries at this point because we're definitely trending up. Altcoin season is definitely here. The amount of Ethereum inflows is still going up. In fact, I saw someone say that corporate treasuries may hold up to 10% Ethereum in the future. I think it's a little high, that estimate. I think if anything, corporate treasuries will be 1 to 5 Ethereum and probably 5 to 10% in Bitcoin eventually. We're really far from that, which is good because by the time this happens, Bitcoin will probably be well above $1 million and Ethereum will be well above 10,000 plus. So, but if you look at the inflows, still very good. They haven't really slowed down. And, you know, even though the alts came down from a few days ago, overall, they're still way higher than, say, a couple weeks ago or even a month ago. So I don't think anything has changed. Right now, you know, it may be a little volatile, right? But always before FOMC meeting, we get some volatility. But after that, we're in the clear. I think whatever is said during the press conference will be more dovish than hawkish. I just don't see how he could be hawkish at this point. He just has to be more dovish. And after that, if we also get that conversion on July 31st, the Bitwise 10 crypto index, if that gets converted, it's going to be super, super, super bullish. Okay, so stay strong, my friends. I'm going to be recording videos like this while I'm traveling. Beautiful, beautiful places. I mean, just look at the scenery here. Look at the trees. Look at this waterfall. I mean, even though there's people here, there's not that many people. You know, I would, you know, I'm thinking about jumping in because I am super, super hot right now. Super hot. It's like a mile or 2 mile trail to get up here. But that's it, guys, and we'll keep it nice and short. Stay strong, my friends. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Let's see what happens tomorrow during the Q&A of that press conference. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.